What's going on, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood R.o.Z. with my brand new show, the R.o.Z. on the Scene. I'm going to go around, talk to different neighbors in the neighborhood, and see what we can come up with. Today, I'm here in Shorewood, Illinois at Apex Nutrition. You might understand and know that name if you watch anything wrestling, because I'm here today with Apex, the guy that's at the top of the food chain. Come on in, my man.
Ooh, what? Thank you for having me. Guys, this is my shop, Apex Nutrition. We're in Shorewood, Illinois, and he's got that right. I am the top of the food chain, Apex. So thanks for having me on the show today.
No problem, brother. Nice to see you. Thank you for having me out to your store.
Yes.
You know, I had to wear a little purple myself. I got my purple shoes on.
Okay.
Their colors were purple. And
purple and black.
I like it. But no, let's get the ball rolling here, you know. I'm going to start off with some wrestling questions for you. Are you okay with that?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right. So, first and foremost, what got you into wrestling?
We've actually been trying to pinpoint that my entire life. Somewhere down in 1997, 98, I started watching WCW. I was not the WWF guys, the WWE guys that everyone was talking about. I was watching Stone Cold and Rock. I was watching Goldberg, Hogan, Sting, DDP. My actual idol, and it pains me to say this, not for his wrestling ability, was Goldberg. And it was purely based on his aura. And if you actually watch my moveset a little bit, you can see a little bit of the representation there and what I was inspired by him. But it was his aura. I want that aura when I'm out there.
We need to get you a smoke machine so you come out breathing flames, man.
Straight through spark. We'll do the Gilbert sparklers and everything, brother. Let's go.
I love it. No, that's awesome. Actually, funny thing is I grew up watching the same thing. I remember going to my uncle's house. He used to order the pay-per-views, and it was only WCW. Mm-hmm. So that's what we watched. I didn't even discover WWF until I was able to watch it on cable myself.
The merger.
I mean, trust me, I knew who Hulk Hogan was my whole life, but before that, it was WCW.
So when I saw him, he was with NWO. I had no idea about the red and yellow until years later. And I really developed into there and went down some of the back history on him and how big Hulkamania really was before he was the NWO leader, to an extent.
You know, and you already hit on one of the questions I was going to ask you, which who was an inspiration for you? And like you said, it's Goldberg, and that's awesome, amazing. Yes. I loved watching that. I mean, call it cliche, but I loved the streak. I loved everything about it. The kind of way that they went about, you know, canceling that streak, maybe not so much, but hey.
Wasn't a fan.
No. But you know what? It happened. So, wrestling. What promotions have you or are you currently in?
So I started out with SCW about a year ago. That's Southland Championship Wrestling. We primarily wrestle in the Shabance and Kankakee area. Bradley. There's been a few other places too as well for them. I started there because they have a training center. So twice a week I get to go train there and go. I only was there 3 months before I got to debut. Wow. Never had done this before. Now, by saying that though, I do have 15 years of MMA experience. And I was one of the top guys in my weight class in the Midwest. So that was a big one. If it wasn't for a semi-truck hitting my car, probably would still be doing that. So there's always a happy coincidence for things. When one door closes, another door opens. So this was something I always wanted to do as a kid. So I started with SCW. I've been with them for the last year. I started wrestling for MCW this past spring. Unfortunately, Jimmy Smooth brought me in and then passed away probably right after that show. And it sucked, but I did get to at least, because he took a chance on me, he got to watch me the one time. So I hope I made him proud that day, and may he rest in peace. I currently am also working with Ego Pro Wrestling. We do have Ego Pro is going to be live at the Forge this Saturday. So that is
a special guest there too.
There is a special guest, guys. Come on out because it's WWE's Kofi Kingston.
What?
I couldn't believe. I still can't believe how we got that thing.
Himself. No.
What happened to your accent? Yes, that was probably one of my favorite moments of that time frame with DX was that one. But we do have a great show coming out there. It is going to be live. Follow Ego Pro on Facebook, Instagram for all those details. But there is a pay-per-view if you cannot make it out to the show. So that's a big one there. So,
you know, speaking of Ego Pro, I've kind of looked into him myself and just off social media and everything. And, you know, I actually really like him and would like to support and give a shout out to them as well. You know, I see that they do work with special needs children and stuff like that, which that holds a dear spot in my heart. And, you know, that's awesome. And I would love to just be able to promote them as well for that sake. Anybody that's willing to go out there and put themselves out there to help out not only children, but special needs in general?
Yes, this
Love
show is for Navarro Farms. It is a special needs facility to where they actually help get these guys in the ring too. So they actually do get some wrestling, which is awesome. We have wrestled at Navarro Farms. We wrestle at baseball games as well too. Your stadium, I believe it is. So I got to go one time there. It was cool to watch the baseball game. The 500 people just sitting there, just yelling and screaming and cheering. It was definitely an experience, guys. Get out to these games and definitely support the cause that they're doing. And that was one of the big reasons why Kofi was interested to help out. So
that is
love
so
that.
Awesome. That is so awesome. Moving along, though, like we said, we're here at Apex Nutrition.
Yes.
What does that stand for in your mind for you?
So Apex Nutrition actually came before Apex, the wrestler, which was awesome. We took the inspiration from the store. The color scheme was something I had put in with the store. We definitely worked really hard on that. And Apex Nutrition was a company that I started 3 years ago based off when I bought a pre-existing company that was no longer around. The owner, unfortunately, was incarcerated, didn't want the name anymore, had a bad name, wanted to start fresh. And then Koa gave me an opportunity to partner with his gym, and we've been here ever since in Shorewood. We specialize in helping others. I'm not a pressure sales guy. You come in here, you're going to get an experience of learning every single part of your product. I take pride on not picking up a product, reading the label to the customer. I can spit off the entire label, usually, what's in it, unless it's brand new. It takes me a couple days to get that in there. But I do a lot of research on this stuff, and we look for what's actually clinically dosed, what actually works, and honestly, not just what's popular, but effective at the same time.
And we need more people in the industry like that, just like yourself. And I'm not just talking about wrestling. I'm talking about in nutrition in general, because a lot of these guys, they aren't transparent with you. They don't tell you. They're just trying to sell you things.
It's commission-based.
Exactly. And it's what you put in your body that's going to be able to put out towards whatever product you're trying to give for yourself.
Yes.
So it's good to have people like yourself being transparent and honest with people. How long have you said you've been around here?
We've been in this location for 3 years now.
3 years. Awesome. Well, congratulations on
Thank you.
that. I hope more years to come down the line.
It's been a tough 3 years based on the economy, but we've been able to thrive, and we've been able to keep growing and making sure we have a spot to where you're getting internet-based pricing in store.
Oh, wow.
So no shipping. Amazing. You just get to come on in. We do have an online sale, too.
You don't have to worry about free shipping.
No.
Come and ship it out yourself.
Come on in here, grab it. We got all this stuff, and then you get the expertise as you're going through this as well. So that's always something good. And we've always been honest that the product's no good. This product's good. This is why we carry this. This is why we don't carry this. So that's something that I take very big pride in. And I scout places for a long time. There's a company, I'll give him a shout out, Alchemy Labs. He has a pre-workout. It's been my hottest selling pre-workout since January. Okay. I literally vetted him for a year. He did not stop. Every few months he'd hit me up. I would take a look. I'm like, look, your labeling looks good. He actually lives in Texas. He came here.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I started, because he wanted to be in here. And I made sure I went through all the steps, and his stuff worked. So that's why we got it now.
Just the face-to-face partnership sometimes is what sells the people.
All the way from Texas. Yeah. I didn't know what he was. I was like, hi.
Yeah, no kidding. That's amazing.
So
you don't get that. You don't get that. And like I said, to have people like yourselves, like him, in this industry is what makes people like myself want to work with people like you,
I appreciate that.
So Apex Nutrition, Apex the Wrestler. What other ventures have you been in and or are you looking to get into?
I'm semi-retired MMA. I have not officially closed that door yet. So that could be something down the road for one final fight. I did get to come back 2 years ago, and I took on a nice young kid who was supposed to destroy me. I hadn't fought in 7 years, barely trained, and I trained 6 months for that fight, came out the victor, started pro wrestling 4 days later. Wow. So the plan was there. I got into pro wrestling. I found that opportunity to go right away, but I do have aspirations to one more fight. I currently also am a sales rep for Project One Nutrition, so I want to help grow that brand. It is already getting big. Partnering with Martha Stewart. There's a couple other stuff. They've partnered on a national level and a international level. Cool. So we're going to keep raising that in this year. If you're not coming to my store, but you have a supplement shop in your state or wherever you're at, you might see Project One Nutrition pop up there. Please try this stuff, guys. I signed on with these guys because I believed with them. They came into my store day one of opening and their day one of starting. So we have literally been building together since, and the way I've been able to sell their product, they invited me to join their team officially, and I want to get this product into every other store because that's how much I believe in it. So,
dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. And we'll put these things up on there. We'll put the links out there on there. I'll get them from you. We'll do our part to get you out there and get those things out there too to help you out. Speaking of helping out, I appreciate you. You are right now officially the first guest on the Neighborhood R.o.Z's
one
not podcast. What is this? A show.
This is a show, yeah. Okay, it's a show. I like that. I've been on a lot of podcasts. I haven't been on too many shows.
Well, this is interesting. I'm looking into doing the podcast thing too, but this is the start of everything. So there might be a branch off sooner or later down the line. But no, once again,
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I thank you for having us out today. Shorewood Fitness, Apex Nutrition. We got Apex right here. Find him on Facebook. Follow him on Instagram.
Yes.
Find him. Go watch him. He's an exciting wrestler. Proud to say he's my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, R.o.Z. Thank you.